Great day, America. How are you? Kevin McCormick here with the McCormick View. We appreciate you tuning in to us today. Thank you so much for supporting us, watching what we're putting out there. We hope that you enjoy it. Make sure that you give us some feedback on what you like and what you don't like, because we love to hear from you. What I want to talk to you about today, America, is this presidential election that we've got coming up here on the horizon. Right now, we're in the primary season, so all of the Republican and conservative candidates are running. They're campaigning all across the country, trying to pick up those delegates so that they can be the one chosen to go against President Barack Obama for the President of the United States in this election that's going to happen in the fall of 2012 this year. But I've got a secret to tell you, America. We here at the McCormick View, we already know who's going to win. And we're going to tell you why we know who's going to win. Are you ready for the secret, America? Are you ready for the secret? Here we go. Barack Obama will win a second term for this year's presidential election. You heard it right here first, America. Barack Obama is going to win a second term. Now, why is that? Why is Barack Obama going to win a second term? He's got some weaknesses. He's got some weaknesses in the economy. He's got some weakness in foreign policy. Israel and Palestine haven't spoken to each other in probably 6 months or more. That needs to get resolved. He's got some weaknesses in terms of how effective his stimulus may or may not have been in actually stimulating the economy. So he's got some weak points. But why is Barack Obama going to win a second term in office? Because the conservative and GOP Republican machine did not put forth the best candidates for this year's election. There's no other way to say it, America. They didn't put forth the best candidates. All of the candidates that have been running from the very beginning have all been B-team candidates. They've all been B-team roster type candidates. They have not been the best that the GOP can offer. Where's Mike Bloomberg? Where's Mitch Daniels out of Indiana? Where's Marco Rubio out of Florida? Where's Jeb Bush out of Florida? Where's Chris Christie? Where's Paul Ryan out of Wisconsin? These are the ones that have been making great strides and headway in the Republican Party in terms of putting forth a different thought agenda that's more balanced and that's all-encompassing of everyone in America. More thoughtful opinions, if you will. None of these folks are running. They've all been drafted to run at one time or another in some subtle ways, in some ways not so subtle. None of them are running. None of them have even really thrown their hat in the ring to run. Why is that? You have to ask yourself that question when your best candidates are voluntarily sitting on the sidelines. I think, America, it's because they knew that they would not win against Barack Obama in this election. And as a result of that, they didn't want to tarnish their reputation. They didn't want to tarnish their image by looking like someone who couldn't defeat another politician. It's a calculated move on their part. It's not one that I agree with. I think you should always put forth your best candidate, but it's a calculated move on their part, and they have to do what they need to do to sacrifice their careers. I have nothing personal against Mitt Romney, Newt Gingrich, Ron Paul, or Rick Santorum. They're all fine people from what I can tell from the distance. Okay, but none of them are the strongest candidate. Mitt Romney has been campaigning nonstop since the last election, and he just has a few point lead over Rick Santorum in any given race on any given day. He squeaks out a win. A win is a win, but he's squeaking them out. He's not really dominating any race that he's in. Rick Santorum has a very limited appeal to the evangelical Christian community, and he's a very person who's very principle-oriented and runs on his principle, and that's a good thing. We need people like that. But at the same time, he does not have a broad appeal beyond that evangelical Christian base. When he goes beyond that base, his numbers drop off like a cliff. Okay, Newt Gingrich, Newt is in it to throw firebombs. That's what he likes to do. He likes to throw firebombs and then stand back and watch the reaction to what happens after he does that. Okay, he's in it for that reason. He's in it to have a voice. He's in it to throw different ideas out there and sometimes to stick it to the media when they ask him questions that he doesn't like. That's his prerogative. As long as he's got the financial backing to be able to do it, God bless him. He can do that. Ron Paul seems to be happy with getting his 7, 8, 9, 10% of the vote with every election that he participates in. Maybe he's the person who's energizing young people on college campuses all across the country to come out and participate in the political process. And if so, that's a great thing that he's doing. Okay, but I don't see Ron Paul ever being the number one candidate to go up against Barack Obama for president of the United States. I just don't. Okay, they're all fine people, but none of them are the best that the Republicans can offer. They let a B team roster of candidates get out there this year and run for the office, and they're going to see the results of that come the fall when Obama is able to motivate enough of his base in order to be able to defeat those candidates. So the Republicans will have to sit through another 4 years of Barack Obama presidential leadership, and they have to be careful that they don't lose seats in the House and the Senate where they could possibly lose the influence that they have over domestic policy in that regard. So, as a result, folks, we think here at the McCormick View, we think that Barack Obama is going to win a second term, and we are making that prediction right here, right now, March 13th, 2012, on the McCormick View. Barack Obama will be reelected for a second term in office as President of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the McCormick View. We do appreciate you tuning in to us. We hope that you stay in contact with us. We are on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is THEMCVIEW, the McView. You can catch us on Twitter. We're on there all the time. Also, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/the McCormick View. Please go out and visit our page. Make sure that you like our page. Leave a comment for us on something that you see on our page. Let us know what you think about how we're doing. And you can always send me an email to kevin@alchemediacreative.com. That's ALCHEMEDIACREATIVE.com. Kevin@alchemediacreative.com. That's today's McCormick View, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We love you. Keep in touch with us. And until the next time that we meet, please go out and do something great. Make the world a better place. Take care, America. Thank you.